Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about the worst things about living in Iceland. Before you start commenting, I want to remind you guys that I love being Icelandic, I love living in Iceland. However, there are some not good things about it. I'm going to be talking about those things. To be honest, I probably will make a video about like the best things about living in Iceland, but for now, let's talk about the negatives. So, I made a list, and keep in mind this is my list, so if you are from Iceland and you don't agree, that is totally fine because this is my list, not yours. So the first thing on my list is something that annoys me so much and that is products that don't ship to Iceland. This is like a problem that people from the US or the UK or Australia or somewhere big don't have. I cannot tell you how many times I have been online shopping and like, oh my god, this is so cute, I'm gonna buy this, and then when I am about to pay, the website does not ship to Iceland. Like, I was totally ready to buy all of Shane Dawson's new merch because I love him, he's my favorite, and his products does not ship to Iceland, and that makes me so sad. If I am lucky enough that the product does actually ship to Iceland, it takes forever to get here. This has gotten a lot better over the years, but like in general, it takes a while for things to ship to Iceland. I watch a lot of like clothing hauls on YouTube, and when someone is like, oh my god, this took like 5 days to come, I'm just like, 5 days? I would kill for 5 days shipping. Oh, but there's more. When the product actually arrives, you have to pay like almost half of the amount that you had to pay for like the product and the shipping when you pick it up at the post, and I don't know why. So if I buy something for $100 and then the shipping is like $50, and then when I pick it up I have to pay like $70, so that's just very expensive, and that is why I do not online shop a lot. So the next thing is something that probably not that many Icelandic people can relate to because I am a nerd. There are so many books that I want to read, but they are not available in Iceland. I have a Goodreads account, which is basically like a website for book lovers, and I have about 50 books that I want to read, but I can't read because they are not available in Iceland. I know I can purchase them on like Audible or Kindle or stuff, but I love reading books, like physically reading, so this is a very sad thing for me as a book lover. Also, there are so many books that are not translated into Icelandic. Like, I know how to speak English and I can read in English, but sometimes I just want to read my own language. Like, I want to read something in Icelandic, but yeah, it hasn't been translated, so yep. Next thing that I have is that everything in Iceland is very expensive. Yeah, everything is very expensive, especially gas. Like, oh my god, all of my money goes on buying gas for my car, like And again, I was watching this like clothing haul on YouTube, and this girl like bought these like workout leggings, and she was like, oh my god, it's like $50, and like everyone in the comments were like, oh my god, $50, that's so expensive. Like, what? Like, proper basic workout leggings in Iceland is at least $100, so however, I know the minimum wage, or like the minimum pay in Iceland, is a lot higher than it is in the US, so that is kind of why everything is more expensive here than it is in the US. I do realize that. Okay, let's talk about the weather. I love snow. I like going snowboarding, I like making little snowmans and snow houses and everything, but the cold can get very cold at times. And I know there are going to be so many people like, oh my god, in my country it's way more cold. This is my list, okay? My list. So I don't really mind the snow. The snow is okay, and it's okay if it's like -10. Like, That's my limit. What I can't stand is the freaking rain and the wind. It is so windy in Iceland and it rains so much. Last summer, I think there was like a record of how many rainy days there were in June. That's just me. There are probably people who absolutely love rain and love wind. They are crazy, but I just wished that the summer would be just a little bit warmer because the winter is so brutal. So yeah. So okay, the next thing kinda applies also to the weather. Driving in Iceland, specifically when it's snowing, is very difficult. It takes some practice. I have had my driver's license for like 5 or 6 years and I still feel like a little uncomfortable driving in the snow. I can't tell you how many times I have been like this close to like sliding on a car or like seriously injured myself. But the scariest thing for me is that I don't know if people around me can drive in the snow. Like I don't know if this guy has gotten his winter tires like under his car, so I don't know if he could like slide into me, or you know, I don't trust people who are driving around me because it's difficult and it's scary and there are a lot of accidents. To my next point, tourists who are from countries that don't have snow, that come to Iceland to see the snow and expect them to know how to drive with snow, you know. Okay. This is getting ridiculous. The next thing is something that isn't that much of a problem anymore, but it's still to me, and this is just because, you know, my list. So but that is that Iceland does not have a lot of concerts. This is such a first world problem, but okay, let's talk about this for a minute, for a second. 5 Seconds of Summer is my favorite band, and last year they were touring around Europe and they went to basically every Nordic country except for Iceland. They went to like Denmark and Sweden and Norway and Germany and everywhere except for Iceland, and it's so annoying. This has gotten so much better right now. Like I went to a Justin Bieber concert like 2 years ago, but prior to that I had never been to a concert in my life. Because we don't really have big artists coming here to Iceland. We do right now, like we had Jessie J like 2 years ago I think, and now Ed Sheeran is coming in August. But like when I was a teenager, like when I was like 15, 16, like nope, no one knew what Iceland was. But yeah, that kinda annoys me. So the next thing, also a very first world problem that probably some countries can relate to, and that is like subscription services like Netflix. There are so many shows that are not available in Iceland, and then you have to like illegally download something to get the like US Netflix, and that is just a problem that I don't want to have, you know. Like just make things available in Iceland. And there are so many like apps and sites and just so many things that's just like, this is not available in your country, and that's so annoying. And that's just something that people from the UK or the US or something just don't have. So the last thing that I am going to talk about is something that, again, first world problems. Iceland does not have Sephora. If you don't know, Sephora is a makeup store with like all of the good makeup, basically. This is a big struggle for someone who is a makeup lover, so yep. There are like so many like fast food restaurants that we don't have, that I personally, I don't care because I don't eat fast food, but we don't have like McDonald's or Burger King or like, I don't know, Panda Express, Nando's. Like there are so many things that we don't have. We don't have like Target or Walmart or, I don't know, just so many stores. We do have Costco. We do have Costco. Costco actually opened in Iceland, I think last year or the year before that, so okay, we have something. And we don't have things like, we don't have water parks. For a good reason, because it's always cold, so that makes sense. But I love water parks and we don't have any of them. We don't have like theme parks. We don't have any theme parks, so there is not a single roller coaster in Iceland, which is crazy because most countries have like theme parks, but we don't. And we don't have like a lot of things that other countries have. Okay, so that is my list completed. I know a lot of these is just like silly little things that don't matter, but this was just a fun little video that I wanted to share with you guys. I really want to do another video about like the best things about living in Iceland, with like the same vibe, like small little things that don't really matter but matter to me. So let me know if you guys are interested in seeing that, and yeah, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.